In a nutshell, we are attempting to build the Python of the AI programming age.
Today I want to share with you a hidden gem crypto project with insane potential, I think, yet is still seemingly flying under the radar.
It's orders of magnitude faster, quicker, cheaper. That's the problem it solves.
I'm talking about ParallelAI, and as they describe themselves, unleashing the power of parallel processing to slash computation times by up to 20x for AI developers, meaning this could really revolutionize artificial intelligence development. Deploy parallel code to harness the full value of your GPUs/CPUs and drive down costs. I sat down with CEO Bassett in his partnered collab, and he explained.
In a nutshell, we are attempting to build the Python of the AI programming age. High level, clean, and built from the bone for the GPU, TPU infrastructure. The problem right now we had, and this is why I got involved, there's massive bottlenecks where we're using old tools, vertical tools for CPUs, sequential tools use the term vernacular, and we have this wonderful brain-like structure which is wide and horizontal, for lack of a better term, or parallel.
So let's talk about the crypto aspect of all this, the token. Watch today's whole video. But just to make this super clear, the problem, the challenge they're solving.
The biggest problem we have in GPU compute is bottlenecking of the resources. We have these wonderful resources and we don't have the coding tools to use them properly. So in initial tests for something as simple as matrix multiplication, and the gaming industry is based on that, and so many things, right? This is why Nvidia lucked out and became this big thing. 20 times quicker, faster, cheaper.
Yes, that's absolutely true. 20 times faster computation, which takes a 10-minute traditional completion time, now down to 30 seconds. And something like this is very much needed because of the exponential rise of generative AI technology has created unprecedented demand for GPUs, meaning there's not enough GPUs. Also, the current GPUs that we have, they're underperforming because the traditional sequential programming does not fully utilize the computational power available from modern multi-core GPUs. Again, everybody admits we need a way to solve this, even OpenAI's Sam Altman.
Look, I think compute is going to be the currency of the future. I think it will be maybe the most precious commodity in the world. And I think we should be investing heavily to make a lot more compute.
And of course, how ParallelAI is aiming to solve this on a global scale. ParallelAI is an advanced AI language platform to improve the use of compute resources. Made for businesses facing performance issues, ParallelAI uses cutting-edge parallel processing techniques to increase efficiency, helping organizations get more done while reducing the need for large infrastructures, which basically allows three big changes. Number one, automatic parallelization, meaning every operation capable of running in parallel does seamlessly without explicit instructions. This maximizes performance of both CPUs and GPU cores. And intuitive coding, write high-level Python-like code without the complexities of parallel programming. Bassett helps me understand the significance of Python.
The story of Python pretty much goes like this. It was originally written in C, which you can code from you can code from a rocket to the moon to a toaster with it. The issue with it is it's a little too low level to be practical. I mean, I've used it in my own research and in my academic career in physics. But I mean, the standard in astrophysics, for example, in astronomy, is the low level stuff that memory management is important for. You see it, and then whenever you can, you Python it. And Python is easier, quicker, clean, faster, which is why Google loves it. Netflix has it everywhere. It's everywhere. Anywhere where you don't need hardcore memory management and to be close to the bone, it's just easier to do it that way. So the idea is there, but fundamentally, and this is what really gets me excited, is we're really going to be part of the spearhead of driving the next paradigm of programming from linear or sequential to object oriented. And now that was a big thing for those people who are old enough to remember it, kind of kicking off when I was first at college in the noughties, to parallelized, actually built for the architecture. So in time, we'd like it to be the thing that you code in, just AI first, which is where, I mean, speak to any dev, they know it's all going that way.
And that's why we're starting to see major players in partnerships and integrations, some crypto juggernauts you may recognize, sign on to work with Parallel.
What we're doing, and that's where There's three products fundamentally.
And the three products that ParallelAI has, they have PACT, Automated Code Transformer, PACT, ParaHub, which in essence is the first AI-powered GPU marketplace, as well as Parilix, which Bassett explains all three.
Parilix is the end goal, and it's in pre-beta. You can have a look. The GitHub's there. But just sign up on our website, parallelai.tech. But then there's a problem of adoption. I mean, even for me, it was a mind bend. It said it looks so much like Python, but it's not. So we've got PACT, Parilix, Automated Code Transformer. And that you can write in your Python, your Java, your C++, and it'll translate it for you, right? And then it will go to ParaHub, which is really answering your question about how this clicks in with our partners like IO.net and Netmind and many, many others at Marlin. We actually have a great user interface, which makes it easy. So you'll have, it's very co-piloty for those people who are GitHubbing like most of us do. Your Python here, your Parilix out here, you click, at the moment, you click down and choose your provider, and it will do it for you. By the time we're at probably a version 2, the AI will take care of all of that, and it will actually show you how much you've saved.
And how about competitors in this space? Anybody doing something similar?
There are, the only people who are really competing in the space at an enterprise level, and Nvidia, you may have heard of them, but their thing is very much C-like. It's very low level, development cycles are there, and there was no real Python which is like Python, you know, really built for the user as a user. I mean, I've been coding since the 80s, so as a dev, it's wonderful to have like this opportunity to be at the helm of something which could potentially work. I mean, startup, it's risky and it's difficult. That's why we get involved, and it's hard, but it's working so far, and all the results have showed that things are better, faster, quicker, cheaper.
And of course, this is all powered by the PACT token, which keeps things decentralized.
I was impressed from a tokenomics perspective of how integral Pi is to the entire ecosystem, in terms of paying users, paying people, GPU providers, in terms of governance, gateway access, it has use cases in every step of the ecosystem, from people coming in from the dev perspective, from the vendor perspective, from every perspective. It's used, and even to governance, which I think is a great way of democratizing the process. And really, it's one of the really cool things about the fact that people, when given the right tools, can look after themselves, and that's a beautiful thing.
And last but not least, this was important to me, I want to understand the roadmap. Looking into 2025, what should we expect? What's the roadmap for 2025?
For me, ideally, by end of Q1, we have a stable beta at the very least, hopefully something close to a stable version 1 of Parilix. PACT is robust, and its single agentic form is working at a 10% hallucination rate. So basically, it works to industry standard, to GPT standard, all that kind of standard. At the moment, we're using Anthropic Sonnet because it's amazing. I've always been a fan, and it's working. So Anthropic's latest model, latest LLM, we've chosen to use that for the following reason. Generally speaking, the algorithms are smaller and more efficient than OpenAI's. So it kind of sits with our philosophy: less energy in, more output out, right? So we like that. I certainly like that. I've always been a fan. I've watched them from their days when they forked from OpenAI, because the secret is, it's pretty simple: put the human before the machine, right? Not the other way around, right? So that's there. It's working. It's not perfect right now. We do need the support of the community to get supervised learning. So if you put in your Python and it's something complicated and it doesn't come out great, if you tidy it up, I mean, there can be discussions about being paid in coin, but more importantly, you're building a tool that's always going to be for you. So it's a win-win. We're trying to create win-wins everywhere. That's kind of the best way that business works generally, right? And ultimately, my vision and why I'm there is to be able to drive this thing so that we have a tool that is a game changer for the community. And obviously, it has financial benefits, and that's more in the ParaHub space. All of these big players will have a GPU marketplace aggregator. Everyone wins there. And we win by being able to provide this tool and be the go-to place that if you want to get the most efficient output for your AI tools, and you don't even need to know Parilix initially, just chuck it in to PACT and it will come up on the interface. And then, the ParaHub GPU marketplace aggregator is unique. And that's why we found it so easy to sign those JV deals, because everyone gets it. They're like, yeah, okay, that actually solves a problem for us, and it's a win-win. So it's going pretty well. And at the end, ultimately, my vision at the end of 2025, we'd have something close to a stable 1.0. So what we'd have going on is a stable Parilix, which does everything the users want and more, which is normally what good general purpose languages do. PACT is running at a multi-agentic level. We're looking at land graphs, GAN-based things. So we've got lots of agents talking to each other to create things quicker, better, faster. That's where the industry kind of edges, the edge tech is. And then and the AI is taking care of whatever mix of enterprise level GPU stuff. The big warehouses. I'm in conversations with some of the universities that I'm an alumnus at, in terms of providing something for the mid-level. And then the DPIM infrastructure does kind of work for hobbyists or smaller quick wins. So in the end, the agents would work out the best thing to get you the best bang for your buck. And that would, for me, be a dream. And it's hard, but I can see how we could get there.
Links down below for you to continue your own research. And like always, see you tomorrow.